Good evening everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror, the remastered version. Excuse me. I'm Classic Gamer, and last time, well, we got up to just talking to Professor Ubier, the archaeologist who apparently didn't invite us to his mansion. But we're going to continue now. We've noticed a chart in the police station, and I'm going to be able to sort that out in just a second. But for now, let's talk to Pearl.
I hear you drove all the way to QUARAMONTE in a truck.
That's right. You would not believe the state of some of those roads. Makes me downright sad to think there's still some places you can't reach in an automobile. In this day and age, you'd think there'd be decent highways just about anywhere folk choose to go.
Did you know that the truck was full of explosives?
Whatever gave you that idea, as if I couldn't guess?
Your husband. He was exaggerating, wasn't he?
Sometimes I wonder how I'm gonna cope with Dwayne's over-fertile imagination.
Have you met the guy who calls himself the General?
No, I haven't. Is he a real general?
I guess so. He wears a lot of medals on his chest. The wrong side of his chest. At least for any army I'd ever seen. Catch you later, Pearl.
It's quite funny.
Tell me about the General. You know, the guy in charge around here.
We don't want to talk about him, senor.
How come? No one can hear you. Well, only that old goat.
In QUARAMONTE we have a saying. Don't tell your old goat what you don't want your wife to know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's go and try and grab Nico's attention. Pardon me. Yep, and we're going to now go and distract the General.
Did you notice that chart on the police station wall?
Yes, it looked like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the General didn't want us to see it.
Oh.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time. Do you know Professor Ubier?
Yes. I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the General. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the General be interested in an archaeologist?
I had nothing else to talk about.
Oh, crap. Well, it seems that what I thought I was about to do, I wasn't, so this might take a bit longer.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Right, okay. Ah, I know what I have to do.
Hey, Nico!
I have to talk to the General again about the map. So let's have a look at this, shall we?
A filing cabinet stood in the corner. The filing cabinet was probably locked. I had nothing else I wanted to ask him.
Okay, so I seem to be a little bit stuck or lost or just not done the right thing. Ah, here we go.
Do you have a map of QUARAMONTE?
A map? I'm sorry, senor, but I don't.
What about the one on the wall?
Ah, that is an archaeological survey map, senor. Not suitable for tourists.
I'll be back. I wasn't going to try and...
Already know that bit.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Oh, for crying out loud. And OVA's gone. Let's talk to Dwayne again.
Did you find any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no! Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan artifacts.
So who was behind Condor Transglobal?
It was registered in the name of Edan.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells Nady, Spanish for nobody.
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
How come you brought a truckload of explosives but no detonator?
Call me old-fashioned, but I say packing trunks is woman's work. I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
Okay, so now we actually have a plan of what we're going to do. Let's go back and talk to Konshika in the mining company. And I'm waiting a phone call, so if I cut the video and this video is in 2 bits of like 6 minutes or 8 minutes long, then I apologise in advance.
It was a store cupboard. I guess a mining company must use explosives, right?
Not in the accounts and ledger section, to my knowledge.
If you talk to some of these guys about the detonator, for example, you get some quite funny conversations.
Do you know where I could find a detonator?
Sure. The cupboard behind the boss. But she won't let you have it.
I'll use my charm.
This I gotta see.
I'm looking for a detonator.
Oh my, that's dangerous. I mean, are you qualified to handle those things? I don't know how you can work with explosives. I'd be too scared of blowing myself up. That's why I work in an office. Mind you, clerical duties are not as safe as you might think. You know those things you use to remove staples? You know, staple removers?
Look, I sympathize, but I've heard enough of this crap.
Okay, if you save it here, which is what we're going to do, and then talk to this guy here, you can get 2 options, and of course I'm going to show you both.
Do you keep detonators in the office?
I don't know. I'm new here. In fact, I started this morning. I don't have a clue what I'm supposed to be doing. Are you familiar with accounting software?
Yeah, sure. Which package are you using?
It's called Link. The guy who wrote it must be a lunatic. Every time I save a file, it plays a silly tune, and a little cartoon piglet dances across the display.
So what's the problem?
Well, none, I guess. But it's not what I'd expect from a professional accounting package.
So let's do the other option for that one, shall we?
Do you keep detonators in the office?
I don't know. I'm new here. In fact, I started this morning. I don't have a clue what I'm supposed to be doing. Are you familiar with accounting software?
Hell no.
Me neither.
Do Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
I don't suppose you have one spare?
I can't simply give you a device like that, no without a damn good reason.
The General has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're heading.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the General and his sidekick are there.
Okay, so nothing more to do here, so leave.
Could you distract the General while I took a look at that chart?
You're kidding. Did you see the way he was leering at me?
Yeah, you'd make a great snake charmer. Come on, 5 minutes is all I need.
Well, maybe. But it's your harebrained scheme. You do the talking.
My girlfriend has a favor she wants to ask you, General.
For you, my dear. Anything.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Well, I want to write a story about you.
You hear that, Ronaldo? An exclusive glossy spread about your beloved General.
Si, Signor General.
Look after things here. I'm going back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
I'll get you for this, George Stobart.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
A couple of hours?
That's quite funny.
No, 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 Signor. The General said nobody must see that chart.
He won't know unless you tell him.
You don't know him, Signor. He will worm it out of me as easily as he de-waxes his ear.
Okay, okay. I'd have to get rid of him.
Hey, leave alone.
I'd still have to figure out how to get rid of Ronaldo before I went down there.
Okay, I'll be right back.